Hello and welcome to Genetically Modified Dragons YouTube channel. My name is Keith. If you guys want to do me a favor and click that red button that says subscribe right before this video starts. Go ahead and click the bell as well so you can be notified when I upload a video. Hope you guys enjoy this video. And before we get started, again, how y'all doing today? Today I'm gonna do a video on it's gonna be pretty much in response to subscribers question. She asked, was it hard to keep your Uromastyx? It's not hard, but it is pricey to start up. But before I get all the way into that, I'm gonna update you guys. I already moved the cage from that side, scooted it over so I can get to the bins easier. I have this shop light that's gonna go on top of here. I just gotta go buy an extension cord to reach from the plug over there with the timer, and then I can hook that all up. And then this side will be pretty much set, and then I gotta set those two cages up still and separate the two younger Palearis. Let's go over here to the Uromastyx cages. The actual keep is not hard. They just like it very hot. Very hot. No humidity really. And the lighting is very expensive. This is G.M.D. Also have in a different cage I have what is Arcadia. I like Arcadia better the way it's set up. Let me see if I can show you guys that one. I have Arcadia in this white cage here. The way that the light is set up, it seems like more light escapes. It's like pretty much the whole thing is a reflector, so it seems like you get more light out into the cage than with the G.M.D. one. Because half of the G.M.D. light is bulky, like right here. On the Arcadia one, it doesn't have this thick part. It's like all hollowed out and just a reflector. But that's the most expensive part. That and the basking bulb. You want a UVA, UVB basking bulb. And the lighting. The lighting is the most expensive part. This cage costed me $400. You can build it yourself and save maybe $100. But you gotta put in the time and have the tools to build something this big. This is a 7 feet long, 3 feet deep, and 2 feet tall cage. You don't have to go this big, but I do find that my reptiles like to use the whole cage, so the more space the better, I guess. This one is also 7 feet. It's not as deep, but it's a little bit taller. This one was actually made by the same guy, and it was supposed to be like this in the original, and he made a mistake and built it the opposite. But I'm still using it, and also have the same light in this one, the G.M.D. light. And then I just bought some rocks, some flagstone from a local nursery. So if you have a place to sell like landscaping supplies and stuff like that, these were sold by the pound. I probably spent a little less than $20 on the rocks that's inside this cage alone. So the actual fixture, I think I paid like $110 or something like that. And then I switched to, because when you buy those fixtures, it come with a 5.0 bulb in it, which is not strong enough amount of UVB. So I bought the 10.0 and switched out the lights. This is the 5.0 that came with the kit. I just put it in here for storage, because I might use them later on a different type of animal or something. But turn it around. For the focus, there we go. So just rep the Sun 5.0. I switched it out from the fixture and put the 10.0 inside of it. See the 10.0. They pretty much just, all they eat is greens, vegetable matter. You can feed them lentils, berry seed, millet, split peas. I feed split peas right there. Do tortoise pellets, just to give them as much variety as possible. So you can switch the greens around. I mainly use spring mix just for the ease, but occasionally I'll cut up some kale and stuff like that. Kale, mustards, dark leafy greens, similar to what bearded dragons will eat as far as vegetable matter. But these ones will also, like I said, they eat the split peas. I have a big bag of millet over here. I haven't opened it yet, but it's a 50-pound bag of millet. And I got some bee pollen. I feed them bee pollen. They love this. It's like a treat. Lentils. And what I do is I feed like greens like 3 days a week, and then I won't feed. I skip a day, and then I put in the dry stuff and let them eat on the dry stuff, like either pellets. I have different type of tortoise pellets. I have the Missouri LS diet. They don't really like this one, but I put it in there anyway if they want to try it. And then I have Pretty Pets. If I can find it, it's right here. Pretty Pets tortoise pellets. They like that one. I think it's the colors that get them. But so if you have the space, and these are smaller cages than I have Uromastyx inside of these, and they're doing well in them. I haven't cleaned them since I had them, so it's been like 7 months. The reason I haven't cleaned them is because it doesn't smell, and if you're gonna breed them, I've read that the babies like to eat the feces of the parents, so I haven't cleaned out that just because I might need to use it. So that's why they're this dirty. Most of that is just dried up greens though. A couple pieces of poop, but not too bad. And there's no smell at all, like compared to like bearded dragons. Bearded dragons, if you let this much build up, it's gonna be so horrible. Even though this is mostly greens. So I just take a sifter and go through with the sand and get out the big pieces and keep the smaller stuff in there, and that's what cleans it out. So, but the reason I haven't cleaned it is because I might have babies on the way if I didn't mess up the eggs that bad. But that's pretty much all you do. And then all the big stuff stay right there. Small stuff falls through. So all together, actual keeping is not hard. Especially these are wild caught. So I barely even handle them or anything. I just like to look at them. But if I get babies from them, I'm gonna handle the babies a lot because they be captive bred, used to being around humans. These ones are went most of their life without seeing any humans, so I don't like to stress them too bad. And I think that's why they may have bred for me, because I'm not doing too much with them as far as handling and bothering them. I'm just letting them live their life in here like they're in the wild, supplying all the needs that they need, which is UVB, heat, something to eat, and places to hide, the rock crevices and stuff like that. And I put a very, very small amount of sand in this one. That way that the floor is not too slippery, but it's not so deep that that they might lay eggs in places that I don't want them to lay eggs in. So it gives them a more consistent place to walk. Because if you put too much sand, they just sink into it. Just like if you go to the beach, it's pretty hard to walk on the sand. So I left it pretty thin layer of sand in here, so they can have some solid platform to go on, to walk on. But yeah, hopefully that answered your question. Thanks for asking it. If you watching this video, you didn't ask that question. If you have a question, go ahead and comment down below, and I'll do a video similar to this to try to best answer your question. So you guys have a good one, and thanks for watching.